What is up, my people? How's everyone going? Can you hear me? Test, test, test. Audio, Yeti. Yeah, looks like you can hear me. We'll wait for a few more people to join. Okay. Nice, cool. Just wait a few bit more time while people come in. Hello, Base Camp. Thanks for confirming. Sorry, I'm just doing a little bit of hello to Rep, and hello Silent Architect, man. Good to have you part of the community. I know that you said that you joined just recently, so really happy to have you on board. And yeah, welcome to everyone else who is. Jay with the haircut, bro. It's all gone. It's all gone. Yeah, you know I had my lashes locks, man. Virtue, my boy Jay's back. We here, bro. We here. Respect. I'm keeping my hat on though, just because it gets a bit cold now. I love that, bro. That's some. I know that you're a cool guy. I know that you're a cool guy then. And yeah, man, it's a bit of a change, but you know how it be. We got to switch it up. This is way more efficient, way more optimized. Before I had this like long floppy hair, moving it out of my face. Now man's focused. Come on, bro. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. All right, well, let's get into sort of the main agenda for this live stream. I do want to keep it short and sweet because it's 8 p.m. UK time and I'm pretty tired today. So I'm looking to wrap up by 9, hit the hay. Now, in terms of what I want to be covering this particular Hashgraph Hustlers, we'll do a little bit of live coding. So we're going to do a bit of, I'm still pending sort of on the backlog on the BSLD Defender token alert thing. Currently, it only works for meme job tokens. But actually, we've done some new stuff where I've got some new queries where it should be able to work with any single token. So that was with help from the team over at Hgraph. Hgraph being one of the leading data providers here on the Hedera Hashgraph network. So big shout out to Hgraph. We're going to be implementing that, and then we're also going to be discussing the roadmap for BSL Defender and sort of the bigger, broader vision of AI agents, which I'll be working on, but also which Hashgraph and the internal team are working on, because obviously AI agents are really important. So there'll be a bit of alpha on all of that as well. As well as some general Q&A. I did create a form. Let me see if I can find this form, which I created. So BSLD questions for chat. Oh, wow. I got 15 responses. Okay, so we're also going to be doing some of, we're also going to be looking through some of these questions as well. So I guess what we can do, let me share my screen Entire screen, boom. So you guys are goated, man. 15 questions. Cool. So we'll be going through some of these questions as well then. We will be going through some of these questions as well. This is a really good in-depth set of questions. So right, let's tackle it sort of asynchronous. I'll do a bit of coding, and actually what we'll do is I'll get AI to write most of my code, and then while AI is writing the code, I'll answer the questions. I think that sounds cool. So let's do that. Let me get my environment set up. Let's close that. Close that. Don't need that. Okay, I can go somewhere else. Should have done this before I jumped on the stream. We're going to want to go new window and connect via SSH. Remote SSH. Thought I had this already. Do you know what it is? I don't think I've got what's my I need to get into my server. I thought I'd done it before on this computer, but I don't think I have. So let's have a quick look. We've got okay. Interesting. Why is that not working, man? Connect via SSH, boom. There we go. Yep. For fuck's sake, man. Reload window. Sorry, this is some really boring stuff to watch. Apologize for it. I swore I had all of this set up before, to be honest. I'm really confused because I feel like I've developed. I don't understand why. I swear I've developed these agents on this computer, and doesn't seem like I've got the SSH config set up to do it. Am I just being retarded? That's so strange. I swear I've done this before. Node hosts old. What the heck? Okay. Well, let's go. Okay, do you know what? Just I don't want to be doing this sort of environment setup, which has baffled me because I swear I've connected to this server on this computer in my life. Like, I don't understand why it's not working. But we can do some. Even though I do quite want to do some coding. Let's do some question and answering here first. So and also you can drop questions in here as well. We can do some Q&A stuff in here. And I think by answering these questions, we'll also cover the roadmap. So is an agent dApp planned that is integrated into the Hashpack wallet? So at the moment, there is no agents, there's not like an agent dApp which connects to the Hashpack wallet. But definitely, obviously, one of the things which are on my roadmap is to create a website where other Hedera communities can, one, create and host their own agent, and two, BSLD holders can then interact with all of those agents via a chatbot interface. So that's one of the big things which I'm working on. And yeah, that would be compatible with the Hashpack wallet. Because anything technically, which the Hashpack wallet has its own web browser, so any sort of web browser you can, any web application can be integrated into the Hashpack wallet. BSLD is just 30 days old at 200k market cap, yet it's pioneering AI-powered security on Hedera. What's the ultimate vision for BSLD next year, and how does it evolve as an agent? Now, the idea about BSLD, I think the BSLD agent, at its core, it will always be focusing on keeping Hedera retail users safe. So that's always going to be its core focus. Obviously, at the moment, we have the one agentic feature, which is that token check. But I'm sure we can come up with other security-based features and just implement them over the time. But on the larger scale of things, BSLD is also going to pivot a bit, and it's going to pivot to become more of a agent overwatch, like an agent oracle. So using the BSLD platform, you'll be able to, as I mentioned previously, you'll be able to create AI agents on Hedera. And actually this ties in quite nicely with some of the stuff that we've been working on at Hashgraph, which is obviously my main job. So that's what the yeah. So okay. So what I was just sorry, just want to comment. So what Hashgraph are working on is we are working on a Hedera agent SDK as well as an ELIZA plugin. My Hedera agent is an ELIZA agent. So with the Hedera agent plugin, you'll actually be able to create AI agents that can create tokens, that can transfer tokens, that can submit messages to consensus topics. Basically, can do anything that you can do via your Hashpack wallet. So that would be quite interesting. That's something which is being rolled out in the upcoming weeks on the Hashgraph side. And obviously BSLD will be able to integrate that as well as any other agent which sort of gets built on the platform. So token allocation and management, this is some good questions. What was the original developer token allocation? Have any tokens been sold from the developer allocation? If so, how many left? What is the target allocation of developer wallet? What is the plan for managing and using developer wallet tokens? Okay. What was the original developer token allocation? It was 0, or it was actually 2%. It was 2%. And bro, I think it's important to realize when I created this, the plan wasn't to make it public. I was just creating an agent, just had a bit of fun, and then it just picks up. So then I started adding in the utility. But in terms of original developer allocation, like when I did the meme job token, there was only 2% in a developer supply, and then I locked all of that for 69 years, or until 4/20/2069. So basically, there is no developer allocation, and this ties in quite nicely to another community ask, which I'm asking for, which I'll get into after sort of answering some of the other questions. So, have any tokens been sold from the developer advocation? Yeah, exactly, man. Have any tokens been sold? No. In that developer allocation, every single one of the tokens was locked. So 2% of the supply has been locked, and that I can't do anything with it. What is the target allocation for the development wallet? Now, this is a question. If you're not aware, then I would definitely suggest join our Telegram. So join our Telegram, which is https t.me hello agents. So if you're not in our Telegram, join that Telegram now. But basically, an idea which I've been floating around with the amazing community that we have in there, about 220 people strong now. Shout out to all of you guys and girls. What I've been saying is, because I was not very strategic, and I think strategic is a good word, because I wasn't very strategic with a developer allocation, i.e. I have no developer allocation. What I said was, okay, how about we create a community pooled developer allocation? It's totally optional. We've already had some amazing members said that they'd be happy to contribute, which again, big shout out to you guys. In terms of target, I've not really thought of a target, because the way that I look at it is it's not something which is no one owes me. No one owes me it. It was my mistake for not being more forbearing with the developer allocation. But it'd be good to get, it'd be good to get something reasonable. But let's just leave that to what you feel in your hearts. You want to sort of donate to the to the developer wallet, to the community pool developer wallet, and we'll let God decide how much it ends up. But in terms of what is the plan for managing and using the development wallet tokens, so yes, definitely going to be phase release. We will be using, so DaVinci have got some vesting smart contracts. We'll do a vesting plan with everything like that. And they're also, the idea is, with this sort of bigger picture AI agent as a service offering, I would also charge for that. So that's going to be something where it's going to be generating income. So the dev supply won't be the be all and end all. I want to make this a sustainable business. So if projects and individuals want to create AI agents and they need me to do it for them, then obviously I'll charge them, and we'll keep it within the Web3 world. We'll keep it all in crypto, but that could also be used to then drive further utility and drive further commercial viability to the project. So I think that's good news for all holders. But yeah, that would also be the plan. There are I'm speaking with a couple people now, and I've got a call tomorrow with a really big name. I'm not going to say too much yet, but I've got a call tomorrow with some serious player about building AI agents for them. And obviously it's all going to be under the BSLD brand. So there we go. So that's just a bit of context. I will have some more information about the allocation for the developer wallet. I'm going to create some nice visuals, and hopefully we can get some call to actions to drive to it. But I'm not really in any rush. I don't want to sort of rush things. I want to make things really clear so that the communication comes out cohesively, and it's easy to understand, and it's easy for people to act upon, and also easy for people to hold account. I want everything that I do to be held accountable. And a big part of that will be, of course, using decentralized smart contracts on DaVinci, having a vesting schedule, making it all as transparent as possible, having it on a website. Been in touch with some of the community guys who's working on who do a lot of stuff with UI design. So I also have another call tomorrow with Jeremy. Shout out Jeremy. I hope you're in this, Jeremy. If you are, big shout out to you, man. You've been doing some really awesome stuff. And yeah, he's basically we're going to discuss maybe seeing if we can grow the team and get him on board. So yeah, that's something which I'm quite excited for as well. Awesome. Next questions. This is still the same question, but it's really in detail, which I do like. Token allocation and management. Oh no, I've already done that. Okay. Development roadmap and future plans. Will a website be created where all projects info can be found? Yes. Will BSLD be the native token used inside of the Hello Agents platform? Yes. What is the plan for the BSLD rebrand? Yes. No, I'm joking. We'll go into a bit more detail on that one. So the plan for the BSLD rebrand, this is a really good point. And again, if you're joining this live stream and you're like, what is the BSLD rebrand? What is this? Join the Telegram and it will all become clear, because I communicate everything in Telegram first. The idea behind the BSLD rebrand is to, given the sort of bigger picture which we're aiming for, BSLD now needs to mature, it needs to evolve. And we had multiple different strategies proposed, again, collaboratively inside of our group chat, Hello Agents. We had multiple different ideas proposed. One of them was maybe we have to relaunch a new token and we airdrop the BSLD holders the one-to-one sort of ratio of the token. Obviously, the drawback to that is potential for FUD, as well as there is currently we've got quite a lot of liquidity locked up inside of our liquidity pool. We've had obviously community members contributing liquidity. Big thanks to everyone who has been doing that. So the decision was made, let's keep BSLD, but we'll move it away from its original parody roots and we'll make it standalone. And that hands in pretty well with over here. What is the plan for this? So yeah, it's still sort of in the works, but I think what we've basically finalized on is we're going to have a new name. So it's not going to be BSL Defender. It's going to be something, we're going to make the BSLD stand for something else. And then we're going to really communicate that clearly. I know you guys have also been killing it with, all of the new designs. Like, I mean, I love this stuff. Like, let's have a look at some of these designs, man. I posted about it. Profile. Bro, look how cool this is, man. Looks like Ultron from what's it called? Okay, working on something. Yeah, that's nice. The best offense is a good defense. Isn't it the other way around? Don't they say that the best defense is offense? Or if not, I like that still. Bro, these ones, man, look how dope that is, bro. Look how hench he is, bro. This one is cold as a poof. Not sure about the rainbows and that, but bruv, he's looking wham. That's the BSLD. That's the rebrand there. That is the rebrand there, man. And then there's another one, I think, as well. Number 5. Where's it gone? Oh, well. Here we go. Number 5. Bosh. Bro, he's looking cold. Suit and tie and that, yeah? Ripped because he's so hench. That's the BSLD. That one's cute. That's BSLD's wife. Okay. So yeah, I think the rebrand is still a work in progress, but broadly speaking, it's going to be, we're still going to keep everything within the same token and so on and so forth. Leverage the fact that we already have a really thriving liquidity pool, and just refine on what BSLD is going to stand for, what it's going to represent, and it's obviously going to represent, it's still going to be defending the ecosystem, but it's also going to represent the agents of Oracle and bringing new agents in. NFT integration utility. So, okay. What is the timeline for launching NFTs? I have all of the NFTs ready. I'm with this. I don't want to. I don't. What I'd want to prioritize first is the platform, and I'm a software guy. I'm a startup guy. For me, it's really important to validate the demand and actually validate that the application is useful. So I think rather than what a lot of people do, which is they try to they assume that the product is going to be useful, a hypothesis, and then they go, okay, here's the utility and here's the everyone give me money and then I'll build it. I want to sort of take a slightly different approach where let's build the product, let's get early adopters testing it, get people adding their own agents in, work with some people who want to build their own agents and get them on board. And then we could start looking at maybe launching the NFTs after that, after we validated the hypothesis. That would be my preferred, that is my preferred approach. That's the approach that we're going to take. But in terms of the utility is what I've been thinking. Again, it's going to be evolving as well. What I've been thinking is that by having an NFT, you will then get early access to agents. You'd get early access to interact with agents. So let's say I don't know, this is not real, but let's say Hashpack create their own agent and they build it onto the BSLD platform. Again, they are not currently in communication with me about building an agent. Someone else is. So there still is that key player, but it's not Hashpack, which is why I use them. Let's say they want to build an agent. The NFT holders would get early access to that agent, maybe 2 weeks early, and then the rest of it can be accessed by anyone who holds BSLD. So that would be that I think would be like a good initial NFT utility. Early access to agents, get to try it out beforehand, get that sort of early adopter cred, that street cred. User propositions. Projects should be required to hold 2 NFTs and 1 million BSLD to launch agents or on Hello Agents. It's a good idea. It's a good idea. I mean, I was thinking probably the most sustainable thing would be to actually just get some cash flow and say it costs X amount of HBAR or USDC. So that's probably my thought process. Again, I want to make this sustainable, and if you want to make it sustainable, it needs to be a business. And if it needs to be a business, you need to have some cash flow. So I'm erring more towards that side of things. And then maybe to your point, you get a discount if that's the case. So if you have 2 NFTs plus 1 million BSLD, then you get a discount. But I don't want to have it so that there's no cash flow for the BSLD project. Will the BSLD be the native token for the Hello Agents platform? Already answered that. That's a yes. What is BSLD and what sets them apart from other agents? Well, so the truth is, on the Hedera network, there's not too many other agents yet. And that's a big part of what I want to do. What I want to empower is to empower more agents to be built. So at the moment, we have about 3 agents on Hedera. And what sets them apart from the other ones? I think it's the only one which has utility. No, that's not fair. No, that's not true. We've got obviously Timmy. Shout out to the Timmy team. Stealthy is the dev behind Timmy. Big shout out to Stealthy. And we also have Sonichu Inu. When's the collaboration with that? So I just had a question on that. When's the collaboration with Sonichu Inu? It's a good question. It's not been discussed yet. I think we can get a collaboration there. So it's a good call out. We've obviously had an initial collaboration with Stealthy. He joined one of these Hashgraph Hustlers live streams. And yeah, we had a really productive call. We're definitely going to do some more live streams together and do some more collaborations with Timmy and with BSLD. Let's also do the same with Sonichu as well. But back to this question, what sets BSLD apart from other agents? Currently, BSLD is the only agent on Hedera which is looking out for you guys' backs. He's making sure that you guys are protected, making sure that you guys are staying safe when it comes to interacting with DeFi, meme job. That's the main objective of BSLD, and that's what sets him apart. What is the target allocation for Dev Wallet? I think I mentioned this earlier. This is whatever God decides, man, and whatever is in the mercy of your hearts. We'll have some more announcement about this. Just for those of you who have just joined, basically when I created BSLD, I didn't have a dev supply, so there is no dev supply to drive the project. We do have other ideas as how we can sort of generate some cash flow. That would be through agents as a service, but a community proposed idea is that rather than creating a new token and then doing the dev supply from the new token, what we could do is we could try and get some of the community members to contribute a dev supply, and then obviously that dev supply will have a vesting contract, and it would be released over a period of time with allocation as to what's going to be spent on what. What is the timeline for launching NFTs? I mentioned that earlier. Will a website be created with a project fair? Yes. How can the community help push and market BSLD in an efficient way on X? And a second question, could you receive funding from Hashgraph/Hedera to go to the next level? So for the first question, how can the community help push and market BSLD in an effective way? I think ultimately it's about everyone doing their piece, and sort of people, if only one person likes and retweets, it's not going to make a difference. But if we have all 200 people inside of the group chat liking and retweeting, that the sum will be greater than the sum will be greater than the sum of its parts, whatever the phrase is. So I think it's just about being consistent with engaging, and yeah, there's stuff which I need to do on my side as well. Obviously, it'd be good for us to get the website up and running. That's something which is in progress, and that will contain all of the roadmap tokenomics, that stuff, the developer allocation, or what we're looking to raise. So that's obviously that would be useful. But I think what the community can do is just sort of keep doing what you're doing, keep liking, sharing, keep staying active in the community. I've been away for a week or so my capacity's been quite low, but I'm back now. So I've got sort of, I'm back at my desk and I'm back with all of my screens. I can have Telegram open at all times, X open at all times, much more readily available. What use will the BSLD token have in the agent network? To begin with, it's just going to be a token gate. So you need to have the BSLD token in order to interact with the network as a consumer. But also we can look at further stuff. I mean, I've thought of other ideas. Is like maybe BSLD could be used as a gas fee, maybe by the sort of agents, the AI agents who come onto the platform. Maybe they need to stake BSLD. And or burn BSLD, and it sort of acts as like a gas fee for them to use for AI inference. That's potentially another road, but to begin with, it would just be a token gate. What is the plan for the BSLD rebrand? So that was briefly answered earlier. Byzantine was a strong recommendation for the B. Now, this ties in as, of course, what are we going to rename BSLD? What are we going to make it stand for? So these are some good options. Byzantine Strategic Layer of Defense, Byzantine Strategic Ledger Defender. I think what's probably the best for this is we'll get a community poll going. So maybe if we get a few suggestions, I see these two suggestions being strong ones. But also let's try and think about BSLD outside of the context of just being a scam protector, but also BSLD being the oracle and enabler for AI agents in Hedera to come to life. Let's also think of it with that hat on. So we'll do like a community poll. We'll get a few suggestions in, and then yeah, we can go and sort of decide on the rebrand and accelerate that. Do you work on this project full time, or is it more a hobby that you do on the side? It's not full time. I've got a full time job, and yeah, I've got a business. Yeah, I've got quite a lot going on. But this is something which, because I'm always doing Hedera AI related stuff, it ties in quite well. It's very synergetic. It's good for sort of building the community. So it's not full time. What tools and features are planned in the short term and the long term? Short term is something which I wanted to do today, which for some stupid reason I don't know why I couldn't go into my server. But short term, what we're going to be doing is I think there was a question earlier which I didn't answer. Could you receive funding from Hashgraph Hedera? Well, I'll answer that in the next question over here. Okay, let's get back to this one. What tools and features are planned in the short term and long term? Short term, few optimizations to the BSLD token checker algorithm. I'll be swapping out the mirror node API, swapping that out for the Hgraph APIs, which is a GraphQL API, so it makes things a bit more efficient. So we'll be doing that. Short term, the plan is also to collaborate with a few community members. There's two which I'm in communications with now on launching their AI agents and getting them onto the platform, as well as building the platform, the token gated BSLD token gated platform, which allows you to have private conversations with the agents. Long term, we'd be looking at further building out the infrastructure, which allows people to create agents on Hedera. At the moment, it's quite a manual process where it's sort of I'm advising them or I'm actually doing it for them. But long term, it would be, okay, let's try and build the infrastructure so that people can easily spin it up by themselves without needing the expertise from me. That will obviously make it much more scalable. I think other long-term features, we can call this sort of medium to long-term, would be starting to integrate native Hedera APIs like the Hedera token service, the Hedera consensus service into AI agents as well. That's something which is going to be enabled by the stuff that I was discussing at the beginning of the session, which Hashgraph are leading, something which I have a very close role in as well, which is building out the native Hedera Agent SDK and the Hedera ELIZA plugin. These two things will enable us to basically create AI agents that can start creating tokens, transferring tokens, minting tokens, doing most of the stuff that you can do as a general user. Cool. How can we attract the attention of Charles Adkins and serious funding for the project? BSLD should be at least 10 million market cap. I'm not going to speculate on the price, but I can speak to this first part. Now, obviously, I do work at Hashgraph. So any process that I need to go through, it would obviously have to be with a totally different hat on. It's not impossible, but something to also consider is that with me working at Hashgraph, I'd need to. I wouldn't be able to say, because I'm a Hashgraph, you need to give me money. It would need to be a very sort of independent, different J. Cool hat on, and going through the proper route, going through the traditional, buy the books in order to apply for a grant. It's not off the table, and if anything, I think it is possible. It's something which I am considering. But again, in order for let's say we do go down the approach and I apply for a grant, and it would have to demonstrate probably even more value, because what organizations don't want to have they don't want to have the reputation of saying, they're just giving money to their team. Like that's obviously not that obviously shouldn't happen, and that is fundamentally wrong. That's something which Hedera should not be getting caught up in. So I'd have to go very by the books, and I think as a prerequisite to it, in order to warrant the fact that we deserve funding as a project, would also be very great. and very beneficial. But in order to provide the supporting evidence as to why do we deserve funding, we'd have to have a bit of infrastructure there already. Like, for example, the AI agent platform, which has the token gate, like, for example, our roadmap and tokenomics with the website. So these are two things which I see as being prerequisites to before considering applying for funding. But it is on the table. Let's just get a bit more mature in terms of the product specification, and then we can consider it. Because again, I don't want to give the impression that Hedera Foundation money goes to staff. This is totally unethical and totally wrong. We need to give a really strong case, which can be criticized and critiqued, and sort of stress test as to why it deserves a funding. And we can do that, but let's get a bit more mature in the project and focus on the short-term stuff, which I described up here as well. So there we go. There are a couple more comments over here. There are a couple more comments which I've seen over here, so I'm going to answer them. Do you know of a API or website that lists every blockchain that exists and updates in a regular interval? I think websites like CoinMarketCap would probably, CoinMarketCap, CoinGecko, they have APIs as well. The Dark Forces line is pissing some people off. When is BSLD going to upgrade his punchlines? I mean, look, bro, he ain't wrong. There are dark forces at play, and he's keeping us safe from them. But if it's pissing people off, I think this comes under the rebrand. This comes under the evolution. So I'm sure we can refine his character, his persona, as we go through this rebrand. And I want to make these things as collaborative as possible. So I need to have a sit down and think about how can I get some community feedback as to the BSLD, what should that stand for, the character, the persona, and I'll have a sit down and think about how we can have community input in a scalable way. But there we go. I think there was not any other questions. No, I think that was it. So right. If that's the case, yeah, I think I've covered I've covered all the questions on here, and by covering them, I have also discussed the roadmap. Just as a quick revision, short-term BSLD rebrand, BSLD website, which will include tokenomics, include the request for community dev supply, as well as a vesting schedule. That would just be like a generic static website. Also upgrading the existing algorithm to integrate Hgraph. Upgrading the existing algorithm to integrate the Hgraph API. Further collaborations with Timmy. Further collaborations with Sonny Chirinu. That's in the short term. Medium to long term, start integrating the Hedera API, so that BSLD and other agents, and also short term, get some more agents on board onto the platform. Medium to long term, it will be starting to build agents which have the ability to interact with Hedera, create tokens, transfer, swap on source swap, that sort of stuff. And then also we can look at applying for things like a grant at the Hashgraph Foundation once the time is right, and also NFT raise, or not an NFT raise, an NFT sale, which will obviously have some utility for the NFT. The NFTs also look really cool. Like, I'm a big fan of the NFTs. I've seen some of you guys actually have put them as your PFPs already. They are definitely PFP friendly. So let me, oh man, I miss my hair, bro. Let me see if I can find. So far away. There we go. So these are the NFTs. Like, they're pretty cool. I think they're really dope. Like, it's good PFPs, isn't it? So what do you guys think? Do you guys think it's good, nice, cool looking NFTs? That one's quite sick. That one's sick as well. That one's pretty cool. That one looks hard. And that one's it. Yeah, they were pretty cool. So these would be the NFTs. Like I have thousands of them. So yeah, I mean, what do you guys think about the designs? Do you think it's a cool design? I love the king and the spiral, dude. Yeah, that one's cool, man. Bro, that one's hard, bro. And then the spiral, dude. Yeah, that one's sick as well. So I mean, this is really just a snap. That one's pretty sick. I didn't realize we had this one. There's some cool ones. I can't lie. There's some cool ones. So, yeah. Cool. Okay then. Look, I'll stay on for a bit longer in case there's any more questions regarding the stuff that we've spoken about today. But if there aren't any, I'll just wrap up early. Unfortunately, sorry guys for not being able to do any live coding. I did want to do some. I'm going to have to get my server set up, get my SSH secure shell access set up, because for some reason it's not done on this computer. It's like I thought it was, but that was blocking me a bit. So yeah, I'll definitely do another stream next week. Potentially we can do one this week as well, where I'm going to do some. I'll focus it more on building. And I guess we can also do building on the softer side of things, like building the marketing, building the building the website for the roadmap and all of that stuff. We can do some live building on that and get some live feedback from you guys. I know there's a bit of a delay as well, so there's probably going to be a time where I'm just silent when I'm just waiting for any potential questions. So we'll leave it a minute or so longer, and if not, we can call it a day. You talked earlier about a serious player in AI. When is that going live? So they're a serious player in Hedera. They currently don't have any AI integrations. It's still up in the air. I've basically told them, look, I want to do something pro bono, so it's going to be hard for them to say no. And I've got a call with them, an initial introductory call with them tomorrow. Both of us were really busy last week, so it's sort of quite hard to get it done last week. But we've got a call tomorrow. Fingers crossed it doesn't get pushed back. But I'll keep the channel updated, because it's good news. It's good news. But while nothing's confirmed, obviously I don't want to speculate. So basically it would be a AI agent with quite a big with a very big player in the ecosystem, and an AI agent with utility, and it would obviously be wrapped under the BSLD banner. Let's go. Good luck. Best luck for the call. Yeah, thank you, man. Should be good. Should be a good one. Should be a good one. Okay, cool. Well, look, looks like questions are all up. So let's wrap up the call. Free to answer any questions on our Telegram. Let's just do a quick plug of the Telegram as well. So yeah, join the Telegram if you haven't already, and you can ping me on there. Please don't private DM me though, unless you've got something which is really valuable. Because I'll be honest, most of the time I just block people because my Telegram gets spammed so much. So if you've got like a really tangible value add, then ping me. But if not, it's best to just chat to me on the group chat. Cool. All right then. Gonna head off. Take care, everyone. Peace out, and God bless you all.